G'day guys, today we're looking at the all new 2020 Kia Sorento. The Kia Sorento is now in its 4th generation, and with every iteration we are seeing big improvements over the previous model. With the latest model Sorento, I must say I haven't been more impressed. Kia have really nailed the design on this one. I really like the new front fascia where it looks properly good with those triple beam LED headlights and blacked out grille. The new Kia Tiger Nose grille has some really nice patterns on it, as you can see here. The gloss black treatment on the grille really gives the new Sorento an upmarket look. And there's more gloss black trim here at the lower bumper too. On test here is the range-topping GT line model, and at 20 inch it has the biggest wheel size of the lineup. Like the front, the rear styling of the new Sorento has adopted a more edgy design, in particular the taillights. These are full LED taillights, including the indicators. The word Sorento proudly spelled out in the tailgate. The overall rear design certainly looks a lot more premium than before. One interesting design element in the back of the car is in the lower rear bumper, where the exhaust tips are purely decorative. As you can see, this is not a rear exhaust tip. The actual exhaust outlet is underneath, hidden out of sight. Another very neat and clever design is the roof spoiler, because the rear windscreen wiper is actually hidden within, giving the rear of the car a much cleaner look. So the inside of the new Kia Sorento is really nice. And obviously this is the top spec GT line model, but yeah, it feels really luxurious inside. You've got a really nice steering wheel, leather wrapped steering wheel. There's a lot of soft touch surfaces on the dash here, on the door trim, and some really high quality piano black trimming on the center here. And there's a really generous application of aluminium trim inserts around the center console here, and the door handles here as well. Yeah, let's take a closer look. So this is the new interior of the all-new Kia Sorento. I must say, Kia have done a really good job in improving the overall presentation and quality of the new interior compared to the old one. This is really, really high quality. Let's start it up. So right in front of the driver here is the full digital driving display. So one of the biggest highlights of the new Kia Sorento interior is this full digital instrumentation display. As you can see, it's really high resolution, and you can scroll through the menu through using this button on the steering wheel. And if you change the drive mode, the display changes accordingly as well. So now we're in comfort mode. If I change it to eco mode, that's eco mode there, and that's sports mode. And Kia has something called a smart mode, which senses your driving style and adjusts the throttle and transmission according to your driving style. Yeah, it's really cool. The animation on display is, yeah, it's lovely. It's just so impressive. And next to the digital instrumentation cluster, we have this new widescreen infotainment system. Again, it's really high resolution. So this is the home screen, and if I go, and it works like a smartphone. So if you just scroll like that by just swiping on the screen, and the response is really good as well. So if I go into map, as you can see here, it's a split screen, so you can go. So we have the map display on the screen, and as you can see, it's really high resolution. It looks really good. And if you press this, you can bring up a secondary display. So it's a split screen. So in the center console, we have the driving control. So here's your electronic handbrake, driving mode. Um, that's your comfort, eco, and sport and smart mode. If you press down, there's your off-road mode. Yeah, we have snow, mud, and sand. That's actually your gear selector. So instead of a conventional lever type, we have a rotary type gear selector here. It's really easy to use. I don't mind it. And further up here, you have your some storage space, and this is the wireless phone charging. So it's got a Qi wireless phone charger, and there's 3 USB ports. The cup holders are in a bit of a odd shape, so it's got a square edge here, but it's usable. So I've got a water bottle here. Yeah, so it's big enough for a water bottle. One of the things I really like about the new interior are these aircon vents. You have a top vent and a bottom vent. So this basically allows you to channel air to 2 different directions. And it's, yeah, it's really cool. And it looks good as well. The materials feels high quality in this GT line grade. Obviously this is the top spec model. So that's soft touch surface there, and here as well some really nice brushed aluminum trim up here, and you can't see it now, but at night this is actually a a light bar. So the GT line has the mode lighting at night, and you can change between different colors, and it's really good. It looks really good at night. Steering wheel feels good. It's a good size as well. You've got some easy to use controls. The steering wheel spoke, and there's paddle shift at the back here. I also like how they have styled the door trim here. It's a similar design to the one you saw on the dash, and at night this piece here lights up as well. So in here there's actually in each of these um, recessed, there's actually a tiny LED. So at night they all light up and it looks really cool at night. The leather feels soft on the door and has some more piano black trim down here, and just yeah, it looks really premium, really luxurious. Yeah, the front seats have really good support. They're really comfortable seats, and it's got some really neat stitchings here as well. Let's check out the back seats. Really spacious in here. Here we've got the shade. So we have good leg room in the back. Front seat set to my position, and I've still got heaps of knee room here and toe room as well. It's really good toe room down there. So the rear air vents have designs. They have the same style as those at the front. Bottom here we have another USB charging port and also a 12-volt outlet here. Another really cool design feature is the USB on the seat back of the front seat. They're on both sides. Driver's side here as well. I think that's a really smart design. Up here we have some seat adjustments. They are for the rear passengers. In case adjust the front seats from the back, you can do so via the controls here. And we have some more cup holders here in the back. We have seat heater for the rear seats, and nice, really nice piano black trim here as well. Back seats have some nice stitchings. They look, yeah, it just feels luxurious. There's more cup holders here. Flip down center armrests. The third row of seats are good for kids and also for adults. On a short trip, I wouldn't recommend adults to be seated back here for extended trip because the leg room is quite lacking, as you can see. To access the third row of seats, all you need to do is press this button here, and the second row seat will tumble forward, and got a really good, quite a spacious passage through to the third seats. So let's have a look at the space. Kia Sorento. Nice and flat. So with all 3 rows of seats up, we have 187 liters of boot space back here. Let's try to put the seats down. Nice and flat. We got aircon vents on both sides. Another one here. And there's a one-touch folding function for the second row seats. So if I press this, let's drop the right seats. If I press that, drops the other seats as well. So with the second and third row seats folded, we have a total of 2011 liters of boot space. And there's more storage underneath here. Driving impression for the Kia Sorento is largely positive. I am driving the diesel variant, which is powered by a 2.2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission driving all 4 wheels. The diesel engine is smooth, and from inside the cabin, the diesel clatter is kept to a minimum. There's 148 kilowatts of power at your disposal, along with 440 Newton meters of torque, good enough to tackle whatever the daily grind throws at it. Throttle response is lively for diesel, and the automatic gearbox is keen enough to drop a few cogs when more power is called for. And that's the blind view monitor standard on the GT line. It gives you a live camera view on the full digital instrumentation display. On the freeway, the lane guidance driver assist system works brilliantly in keeping the vehicle centered in its lane, though the adaptive cruise control can get a little nervous in reacting to cut-in or stop-start traffic. It's quite abrupt at times in regulating the brakes and throttle. The ride quality is generally good, but it does lean a little on the firm side, feeling jittery over undulations. For a large SUV, the Kia Sorento builds up speed swiftly thanks to a potent 440 Nm of torque, which is available from just over 1700 RPM. There isn't much lag either. For a large family SUV, the Sorento has a tidy handler. It's well composed around corners, making it a very easy SUV to drive around. The all-wheel drive models have significantly better traction than front-wheel drive models, and in the wet, the all-wheel drive system gives a very secured feeling. So this is the new Kia Sorento key fob, and the GT line has a remote start and remote reverse or forward function. So let's test it out. So press that, followed by 4 seconds. There you go, the car's just started. And let's try and reverse it remotely. So as you can see, the car is remotely reversed. Let's drive it forward again.
So one situation where you can use the remote reverse or forward function is when you need to reverse out of a tight parking spot or a tight garage. Final thoughts. The 2021 Kia Sorento is a big step up from its predecessor in almost every area. The attractive styling is matched by quality interior and good practicality, while the technology is one of the most up-to-date in class. There's adequate performance on offer, and the ride is mostly smooth. And for that, there isn't much to fault with the new Sorento. As a family SUV, you really can't go wrong with one of these.